Hello, learners. I'm Zakir Rizvi. Would like to stress upon how India is achieving so much prosperity in terms of economic growth and economic development. So, have you wondered about why India became one of the largest economy in the world and how one move of India can influence the global economy? There are a lot of Gen Zs who are thinking that this move was taken from last 10 to 15 years. That is why we are witnessing so much progress. No, it's not true. The stage was set or the background was set much way before than you think. So it was set in 1991 and we have framed new economic policy by then Finance Minister Manmohan Singh under the leadership of P.V. Narasimha Rao. So there were three important components which was included under new economic policy 1991. That was liberalizations, privatizations, and globalization. So before moving further, we would like to stress that why these liberalizations, privatization, and globalizations had taken place. Why? Number one, we were not having a stable economy. Our fiscal deficit was growing at a very high rate. We were not achieving what we were thinking about. Our expenditure was very high. The rate of inflation was going very high. And our balance of payment were bad. So to overcome all these situations and or economic phenomena, the then government has introduced LPG model, that is liberalization, privatization, globalization in new economic policy 1991. So I would like to stress upon how it impact our economy. So our GDP has increases, our rate of employment has increases because the MNC has entered after 1991. Our per capita income was increased. We witnessed a lot of foreign direct investment, and still we are receiving. India is one of the largest economy in terms of receiving FDI. We have also overcome the burden of fiscal deficit to some extent. Now, the negative impact of LPG is because India's backbone is agriculture. Now we are witnessing a slight decrease in the growth rate of agriculture sectors, employment level, because a lot of the positive impact of LPG was only extend to the urban areas, the rural areas is not reaping that much benefit from LPG. So there are a lot of things, and local business will get affected. And we also see the adverse effects on our flora and fauna because also the foreign companies are exploiting our natural resources. But not to see so much negative impact, but there are a lot of positive impacts. So let's move. We should discuss the liberalizations, privatizations, and globalizations in detail. Now, what is liberalization? Yeah, I've already discussed this move. The LPG move was very, very important to us. It was very hard decisions and also the game changer in terms of economic growth and development of beloved country, that was India. Now, what is liberalization? Liberalization is removing the restrictions, how to conduct business. For example, there were a lot of restrictions were there before 1991 to conduct the business operations. For example, we were about to, there are a lot of businessmen who are facing a lot of difficulties in terms of grant, taking information because permit, licensing was there. There were a lot of documentations there, procedures. So government has removed all those restrictions. Like they have, during 1991, so we have decreased the number of documents government has reduced the licensing systems, and there were only 3 to 5 sectors where licensings are required. And we had also uh, increased the number of investment, the sources of funds to attract the investors to invest. So there were a lot of formalities were there for investing in India. So government has also removed all those hurdles and obstructions. So now, why liberalizations were taken place? So to increase the competitiveness of domestic business, because we are not receiving so much amount of foreign investments because of liberalizations, the amount of investments from foreign entity has piled up, and because of that, we are one of the largest country who are receiving more amount of or high. We become the highest recipient of one of the highest recipient of FDI. Now, it is also about liberalization is also about reducing the government formalities because earlier before 1991, uh, the one who comes from foreign countries and to conduct business operations, there were a lot of restrictions, lot of formalities. The number of days were very, very, very high to conduct business operations. To get the certificates from the government officials were not so much keen, and they were obstructing the for smooth conduct of business operations. Now, privatizations. Another move is, so what is privatization? It is nothing but reducing the ownership of public sectors, because before 1991, majority of the sectors were in the hands of government. And you know what? If there are a lot of sectors which are controlled by and managed by public sector, you will see a lot of corruptions. The efficiency will be very less, and they are not in that good capacity to achieve so much progress. So to overcome all these situations, government has uh, under new economic policy, privatizations was included. So there are a lot of modes like disinvestments, reducing the role of public sectors, going for equity of or selling the equity of public sectors to private sectors. Okay. Now, what are the objectives? Objective was to reduce the control of the government over several industries. Disinvestments, it was a master stroke. So selling of stakes of PS public sector unit, and also to reduce the workload of the government, and also providing the management of PSUs to have autonomy by which they can take good decisions, and also it can create healthy competitions among firms, because if there is monopoly of public sector, so competitions won't be there. So the the public sectors can influence and exploit the resources. Okay, now what are the impact after privatizations? So it reduces the burden. It also helps the PSUs to take decisions, and also helps to revive all those sick units, because the shareholders, the investors were not keen to invest in those countries. But after allowing through privatizations, or when government decided to sell it, a stake of its enterprises, a lot of investors have attracted. So that revived the sick units. Okay. Now, what were the negatives? Monopoly. So now, because of that, monopoly has increased because of the flow of capital of private sectors, as well as the flow of capital from foreign entities. Now, if the government or the economy promotes more amount of private sector, so we will see that they are very keen to get more profits, and they reduce the welfare activity. So these are the negative impacts, but as I've told you, not to see much more on negative aspects, let's see the positive aspects. Now, globalizations. Now we are witnessing that uh, the era is global. Now everyone speaks about globalization, but what is the basic thing about globalization? So globalization is an integration of domestic economy with the global economy. Okay, so it transfer not only the labor, capital, machine, material, but also cultures, okay, languages, traditions. You can see that we are now eating what burgers, and American is also eating biryani, butter chicken. So that is the influence of globalization. Okay. Now, how globalization impact our economy? So, under new economic policy, through globalizations, we have opened the doors of all those foreign investors to invest in India. Okay, we have also opened the door. The Indian company can also invest in some other countries that promote, and that is why you see that there are a lot of companies who are foreign entity. They are doing very good because of globalization. For example, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Honda, Toyota, Levi's jeans, McDonald's, KFC. All these are a part of globalization because globalization is mostly done by these MNCs, multinational corporations. Okay. Now the positive outcomes. So under new economic policy through globalizations, we have abolished the Foreign Exchange Regulation Act. And because if you conduct international business, we need foreign exchange. So earlier, we were having foreign exchange regulations. So it is more amount of authority and controlling the forex. So we have abolished, and on behalf of that, we have introduced FEM. So Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999. It was passed to manage, not to control or to levy the authority. If we manage, so we can adjust, we become more flexible. Okay. Now, what is the negative impact of globalizations to our economy? So disproportionate growth. Sometimes we are achieving more, sometimes we are achieving less. So there is not, we are not exponentially growing. Okay. Yeah, we have witnessed a lot of growth after that, but still. And or the second is increased competitions. Because of globalization, you can see that competition become the cut at a cutthroat level. So if you give the like and a normal margin of errors or very less margin of errors, you can kick out of from the market. So these were the things. So this much from my side now. So if you have any query related with liberalization, privatizations, and globalization, you can contact me. So thank you so much. God bless you all. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.